mentioned something. Actually, he said that the Biden administration can't have it both ways. And I agree with that, Mr. Chairman, which is why I'm happy to yield you some of my time today, Mr. Chairman, because I think you owe it to the American people to explain why you've gone on Fox News and told people that while the president was out of office, he had a loan with his brother, and in a way they were evading taxes.
By the way, no one is present at this. So one of the greatest things about this is that this is one of those committee hearings where everybody goes on the record and they work through some shit, but I don't think there are any witnesses in this. Like mid-GSA after they're all done, after witnesses are gone. And the fact that he's this mad when nobody is in the room just shows you how, like, fucked up Comer is.
It has come out in the public that you also do business with your brother with potential loans. And so since you have framed that and manipulated that with the American people, that Joe Biden did something wrong when he wasn't in office, I just would like to know if you would like to use some of my time.
I would love it.
Okay.
You retweeted that story. Completely false. I've never loaned my brother one penny. My father, who was a dentist,
which explains a lot. In Eastern Kentucky, no less. So he had a lot of free time.
had some farmland. He died, and my brother couldn't afford, he wanted to sell it, but he wanted to keep it in the family. So
he didn't want to sell it, but he didn't have any money, and you wanted to buy it from him, and so you worked out a scheme.
bought it from my brother. That story that you tweeted also said I had a shell company. That is bullshit.
This is the chairman of the committee, by the way. It says chairman right there. Honest to God, like, I'm occasionally embarrassed by how much I swear on this show if I really get carried away and I'm aware of it, that I'm like, man, I'm fucking around with some fucks today. But if I was, we were all waiting for Donald Trump to quote unquote be presidential, but I can say for the record that when I'm chairman of the oversight committee, I'm not going to use this kind of language. I'm going to be quite the gentleman.
You can come to Monroe County.
Yeah, but nobody wants to.
And look at all the land.
You mean this unproductive tracts of land that you just own for control purposes?
That is titled in that LLC. I think that the problem is, the White House tried to get CNN to write that story. They went around and investigated all this bullshit that Ian Sam.
That's two bullshits. Wait, are we keeping track?
Just trying to tell people that only dumb, financially illiterate people pick up on.
Oh, I see. Why would dumb, financially illiterate people pick up on it? They wouldn't, get confused by, maybe. If they're dumb and illiterate financially, they would get confused by it. But if they can pick up on it, that means it's so blatant that even dumb, financially illiterate people can pick up on what you're doing.
And said that it was a shell company because it was an LLC. They're so financially illiterate.
What's the difference in what you're saying about the Biden family's LLCs? They're all LLCs.
That you think because something says LLC, it's a shell company.
Project much.
This company, which I financially disclose, has properties.
Yeah, it's got properties. I don't have properties. It has properties.
Okay. It manages over 1,000 acres of land.
It does? It must be exhausted.
For hunting purposes.
Really? It manages the hunters as well?
It owns different properties.
Owns different.
I'm one of the largest landowners in my home area.
Right. Yeah, we don't think you're a man of the people. Nobody's under the impression that you would have gotten this office just on your wits, your will, and your awareness of the issues.
Okay. I went to the bank and I borrowed money.
You borrowed money? Really? That's a weird word to crack on.
Area. Okay. I went to the bank and I borrowed money.
I borrowed money. I sure did, man. I borrowed money. Hee hooty. And I'll set up that land. And don't you know I got a bear stuck in a hole.
And I bought that land.
I borrowed that money and I bought that land.
Get wires from Romania, China. My family doesn't get wires.
No? No, you don't wire money You just write checks. You just hand bags of cash from the weed you grow illicitly on these properties you manage for hunting purposes.
Okay.
Okay.
Never loaned my brother money.
Nope. You just loaned him land.
Don't have an LLC.
Yeah, you do.
But you and Goldman, who is Mr. Trust Fund, continue to try to
reclaiming my
discredit-
time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can stop the clock.
We can stop the clock. Let's just argue about this right now. This is shitty shit. You're making me feel like I'm trying to make Joe Biden feel, and it doesn't feel good. It's even worse because Biden ain't feeling this at all. It's just me. So fucking fuck.
You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff.
A Smurf just going around and all this stuff. I think it's because he's wearing a blue suit. Is that the attempt at that? Because he doesn't come across as very Smurf-like to me.
Now listen,
Mr. Chairman, you have.
I'm going to tell you
no,
something.
hold on. If we're not on time, we
spew
can
disinformation.
You have gone on TV and said the president did something illegal. You're doing stuff with your brother.
This is good. This is good. Can I interest you guys in a video involving Cenk Uygur and Shmuley Bateach? I'm just saying, there's some pointers that you might be
The
able to...
American people have the same questions. Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? There's a different rule for the president. There's a different rule for you. Why should they believe what you're saying, Mr. Chairman? Why? You go on Fox News and say loans and deals are a way to evade.
Everybody goes on Fox News. We all go on Fox News. I borrowed that money, don't you know? Isn't that just that debt's crawling up my spine right now?
Taxes. We don't know that's what you're doing or not. We don't know. We have no idea. We're supposed to take your word for it. But when the president
you've
says
already
something,
been proven a liar,
the truth.
Mr. Moskowitz.
What's that?
You've already been proven a liar.
Who's proven me a liar? You?
Yes.
Your word means nothing, Mr. Chairman.
Go to my hometown. There's a camera crew there today, an opposition research crew there today.
Really? Did you? Are they hunting or?
Mr. Chairman, this
So is that why you're a little sensitive about this?
seems to have gotten under your. It seems to have gotten under your skin.
I'll pay for your ticket.
I think
okay. There are no flights to that area. I'll pay for your ticket and your bus fare.
American people have lots of questions, Mr. Chairman, and perhaps you should sit maybe for a deposition.
I will be happy. I will sit with Hunter Biden and Jim Biden, and we can go over our LLCs.
That'll be great.
Our LLCs.
I'll make sure the ranking member is happy that you'll sit at a table.
All right.
And your brother. That'd be a good idea. You, your brother, your accountant. From
Chairman, I make a point of order that we should return to regular order for the benefit of the other members.
The ranking member makes a good point.
I'll reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman. I'll wrap it up quickly. All I'm saying, Mr. Chairman, is you may have done nothing wrong. No,
but you tweeted that I did.
Oh, he's very, very sensitive about this.
I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. There's a story out there, right? Because we believe everything in the media, like when you go on Fox News and say things and everyone says that they're true with innuendos and ifs and maybe, the Biden family, the crime family, all this nonsense. But when it happens to you, it's fake news. And what I'm saying is there should be the same. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. There should be the same standard. You said at the beginning of this hearing, the Biden administration can't have it both ways. Neither can you, Mr. Chairman. I yield my time back. Thank you.
Kaboom. Yeah. I think he got smurfed. I'm just gonna say, I think clearly it was a very smurfy experience for him, and you don't play with the business end of a smurf. I'm just saying.